Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today's video is basically all our Bareback videos so far put into one video. Now there definitely are some interesting ones, but yeah, let's get into it.
When the sun goes down, here with you I'm found. In your love I drown, I wouldn't have it any other way. Ooh, I'm making memories with you. All of the stupid things we do. We may be young but we are wild and free, making memories.
You've got your saddle on. Keep more weight down your right leg though. I can see you chucking yourself over to the left already. That's better. Pop her on a circle up that end.
Won't you have a drink with me? We head into town, see what it's about. Barely need a shirt though the sun has almost set. Make the most of it. I know we will dance and sing. And the city's on fire.
Okay, so welcome to the voiceover. So here I was really struggling to sit up tall and straight and to not slide off basically because I hadn't ridden bareback in over a year and I was very rusty, but we did get a hang of it and she was so good for me considering how slippery and slidey I was.
Up tall. Push her forward. Thank you.
So I think partly the reason why she did do a little bit of a bronc was A, because I was so slippery and slidey, and B, because she was probably trying to test me a little bit, thinking, oh, do I have to do it? Can I get away with not cantering? But I did kick her through it and then she was very good.
Gets another chance, pretty people holding hands, uplifted by the night, the way that it should be. Can let it slip away, 'cause this might be our final summer day. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.
So because it was me and Miyah's first time doing bareback after quite a while, in this lesson we did do quite small jumps just because we didn't know how she was going to be, and she was so good, bless her. I was so proud of her.
Weight down both legs equally. More down the right though. That's better. Yeah, feel the difference?
And people are the things that matter.
So when you're ready, she can have a walk.
But I never could have thought that could. In my bag, it was you.
So we did do some walk and trot before cantering, we just didn't get it on camera unfortunately, but her attitude towards the poles was amazing. That's the reason why we did start to put up the jumps quite quickly, as her attitude was so good. So she did do a little bit of a bronc here, but she was so good considering this was only our second time doing bareback in quite a long time.
too late now. In the echoes of your lies, dear, can you hear me harmonize every word that comes out? It almost got the best of me, but now I've gotten so sick, so sick, I'm so sick of love. So sick, so sick, so sick of love. So sick, so sick, so sick of love. So sick of
Okay, so we're finally starting to jump now. So we did start off with quite small, cross poles, just to see what her attitude was towards the actual jumps rather than the poles. And she was very, very good. I've got to admit, I did not come in the most forward trots or canter a lot of the times. So a lot of the duck outs are my fault, but she was very, very good.
so sick of love.
Can I just say how slow I came into that jump? She had every right to duck out, but she didn't. So thank you, Miyah. So I don't know if you saw, we basically took kind of a flyer over that jump, and that's probably why she did do a little bit of a bronc. It probably felt a little bit funny on her back when I landed, but yeah, I don't blame her at all for that. So she did duck out a little bit to this jump. I think it was probably a little bit of a sharp turn. I didn't cover enough time to think. But then she did go over it very nicely, so that was very good of her. So we kind of made a little bit of a mini course, but it wasn't really a course because it was like 2 jumps and a raised pole. But we enjoyed it, which is all that really matters. So here she did duck out, but we did come in quite a slow trot, so it's kind of understandable. And here she went over. I landed kind of funny and I nearly fell off, but luckily I stayed on. So excuse I look a mess, but she was so good. In the end, we ended up going over 55 centimetres, and we did do like a proper warm up and cool down, but we didn't get to film it. But yeah, she was really, really good. Hey, are you? So I'm really proud of her. She's doing really good, bless her. I'm really proud of you, yes I am. Bye.
I told you every single time, don't you worry. You would always call me at the wrong time. So
So we had just had a storm, so her bronching was understandable, but we did need to sort of canter properly. So she did eventually do it, you know, once I kicked her on, and she was very good. Again, considering we had just had a downpour of heavy rain.
Just hear me out. It's been a while since we were good. So why we dragging out when we've been doing everything we could? I don't wanna feel so lonely tonight. Every time we spend time, I wanna do this for the last time. I don't need it, no, I don't need it, no. Don't need you here to feel alright.
So we did actually practice a little bit of a dressage test, which was nice. We are definitely not the straightest. We definitely need to work on that, but she was so good. Again, I know I keep on saying it, but considering how much rain there was, and it was actually still spitting a little bit at this point.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, wanna get so numb, are we enemies? No, you don't mind the way I say my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I
So we hadn't actually had a flat work lesson in quite a while, because a couple of weeks ago I think we had been to an outing to an indoor arena, so it was a very good practice of us just getting back into the flat work, you know, just quite nice. And even though we did do a couple jumps afterwards, our main lesson was based around flat work, which was very good.
When you get to F, you're going to pick up your reins.
I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, are we enemies? No, you don't mind the way I say my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me. But now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here.
So there were a couple of moments when we were cantering in circles and things where I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to slide off? But luckily I didn't. So then we did do a little bit of jumping, because if it wasn't for the storm, then we probably would have done jumping anyway. And she was so good considering we were both soaking wet. But yeah, we did actually go quite high. Again, the ground did suddenly go really squelchy, so she was so good.
Right brain, kick, 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 jump, woo! Confident, kick, 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 jump. Kick, 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 kick. Down, kick, kick, kick. Good girl. Kick, 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 jump. Good girl. Try it once from the other end. Bigger, 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 jump! Beautiful. You thought about it, but you had already. You can relax now.
Okay, so I just need to explain a little bit why I'm in a... Hello! Hello. Why I'm in a jacket and why we are soaked. So we didn't get to film the start part of our riding lesson, literally the first 2 minutes. So it was sunny, like this, you know, not one grey cloud to be seen. And as soon as my riding instructor arrived and I got on Miyah, it chucked it down. So we're like, okay, we'll just see her reaction. And then she just started bronking. She was having none of it. So we took her inside and waited till it started to stop raining, because the clouds were going past us. So we were like, oh, hopefully they'll clear. So yeah, and they did eventually go, which was good. But she just started being a bit nappy, like, no, it's just been raining, like, because we got horrendously soaked in the space of literally 2 minutes. And Miyah started being a little bit nappy towards Cupcake, because she was like, well, I just want to be with her. There's just been a storm, because it was actually thundering and lightning earlier, but then it said it would clear up now, but obviously that wasn't right. But no, I'm so pleased with her. I'm literally so happy with her. Like, oh, she's so good. And then we did some jumping. We just both look like a soggy mess. Hey. Again, excuse that the whole time I'm in a jacket. That's the only thing I had on me, and I was like, no, I cannot just be wearing a hoodie. So here we are, the last day of bareback jumping. So we did do a proper warm up and cool down, we just didn't get to film it. And we did start off doing some pretty high jumps for Miyah and for bareback and for us in general, because after our previous lesson, everything had gotten so wet that I had to wear my old jodhpur boots again, which felt really weird.
It's alright, good girl.
So I believe this jump was about 60 centimetres, I'm not 100% sure, but she did duck out the first time. Again, we didn't come in that much of a forward trot. That's something we really need to work on and really need to improve on. But the second time she did fly over it, so she was so good.
Oh my god.
So in the end, we did end up going over a 65cm fence, and she was so good towards it. I'm so pleased with her. You know, maybe one day we'll go higher. You never know. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this bareback video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!